The challenges emerging in the three areas of leadership development, succession planning, and employee engagement are causing organizations to update their people solutions. The research underlines that change is constant, responses are required, and the quality of our people does make the difference. Konnichiwa and welcome to the Leadership Japan series, and I am your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, President of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and much more importantly, you are a student of leadership, highly motivated to be the best in your business field. If you enjoyed the program, then you might consider subscribing on iTunes and leaving a review. We would love to hear what you think about the series. How would you like your own access to 103 years of the accumulated wisdom of Dale Carnegie Training? Get our free report, Stop Wasting Money on Training, How to Get the Best Results from Your Training Budget, plus our free white papers, guidebooks, reports, training videos, blogs, newsletters, course information, plus much more at japan.dalecarnegie.com. Today in episode 87, we are going to discuss hard impact soft skills. Dale Carnegie Training conducted a global survey to examine what are the key people issues organizations are facing. The research identified three common macro trend areas: leadership development, succession planning, and employee engagement. The results proved to be consistent across organizations, regardless of size, geography, or industry. Leadership development ideas have been overtaken by the democratization of innovation through the internet. Leaders no longer have a clear monopoly on information, so where to locate their authority to lead? Dealing with a blended workforce consisting of 4 generations is a new challenge for leaders. The concept of only leaders lead is being challenged by new business demands where all must lead, regardless of status or operational level within the organization. Consequently, there is more demand for staff to develop personal leadership skills, set and manage goals, control emotions, increase productivity, and improve internal and external relationships. These requirements are being faced much earlier in careers than previously. In our increasingly interconnected world, we are seeing leaders confront the nexus of geopolitics and economics. This is impacting companies in new ways as currency strategies, fiscal and monetary policies, markets, and regulatory controls are becoming more globalized. Overall, the expectations of leaders are bigger and more complex. Leaders are being driven to find improvements in the way they supervise and manage others, as well as how they influence and collaborate across teams. Status power and received authority are no refuge. Organizations are looking for greater communication expertise in aligning others around a clear strategy. Innovative culture build is the leader's responsibility as organizations try to tap into the full potential of their teams. Succession planning highlighted preparing for future talent readiness both for growing and declining workforces. Succession planning has taken on a more comprehensive, holistic need. Reactive approaches are being challenged by demands for better, earlier planning for unexpected turnover or absences. Large numbers of women in the workforce means more absences as they leave to have children and as they are often the primary carer for aging parents. Most advanced economies are facing shortages of younger people, so attracting, retaining, and developing staff takes on more urgency. For the most part, people leave bosses, not companies, so the leader's role becomes critical in securing talent. Technological change is making workforce planning more difficult as organizations struggle to identify future needs. Osmotic adaptation to change is seen as too slow. Organizations, however, are struggling to create consistent, robust processes as opposed to being satisfied with heroic but episodic efforts. The more holistic approach to succession planning means there must be ecosystems that support a culture of growth, development, and talent movement. These ecosystems don't create themselves. The leader cadre's ability to stretch and coach talent are even more critical than before. This process assists to retain good people and minimize the cost and disruption of external talent acquisition. Employee engagement survey scores get measured regularly, but they don't tell much about how to accelerate the drivers of attitude change. Human beings are driven by relationships and emotions. Members of a team are more productive, harmonious, and committed if they feel an emotional connection to colleagues, the organization's leadership, and the direction for the team. Score variations are interesting to track, but not sufficient in themselves to improve team coalescence. Rather, organizations can foster an emotional connection by understanding and developing the drivers of engagement. Dale Carnegie Training partnered with MSW Research in 2012 to study the drivers of engagement and found that at the core, people need to feel valued. When they feel valued, they are more confident, which leads to them to be more inspired, empowered, and enthusiastic. These outcomes create the emotional connection to work that is called engagement. The challenges emerging in these three areas of leadership development, succession planning, and employee engagement are causing organizations to update their people solutions. The research underlines that change is constant, responses are required, and the quality of our people does make the difference. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then you might consider subscribing on iTunes and leaving a review. Remember, to access your Dale Carnegie Training free reports, white papers, guidebooks, training videos, blogs, newsletters, course information, plus much more, then go to japan.dalecarnegie.com.